Capricorn, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for your patience as well. This is you're like, I was patient, but I'm ready. I'm ready, hon. Let's get the wheels in motion. But I was going to say, this is your mid-March reading, and of course energy is fluid, so it may permeate a little before the mid part of March and a little after. So take it as you will, as you feel it applies to you personally. Okay. Let's see these energies here. Hanged Man. Horizontally. 5 of Wands in reverse. 9 of Cups upright. The Tower. Exciting! The 7 of Wands upright. The Chariot upright. Stallion. All right. Let's see. I want to pull a few more cards for you guys here. 3 more to be exact. Ooh, got one of them. Temperance in reverse. Oh, honey, you are ready. You are ready for whatever it is you're charging after. You're beyond ready, and you're moving forward with passion and drive. I will say that. Father of Pentacles in reverse. Yes. You've been getting that energy. You cannot wait. You cannot wait to take this costume off. That's what we have been feeling for you, right? Especially in the past few readings. You cannot wait. Oh, I got 3. But you know what? I'll pull one more, and that's it. Okay, done. Whoa. Capricorn theme, death in reverse. Lots of the closing out sort of energies are appearing here for you. You pulled several 10s. A couple 10s. 1 9, Temperance in reverse. Look, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, 10 of Swords in reverse. Both 10s. And death, signifying the end of a cycle. Okay, so this is a big transformational point, and you're ready for it. You have been ready, right? You've been waiting. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm feeling. You've been waiting, Capricorn. You've been waiting. But you're done. Like, you're done with whatever this old situation was, whatever this old position was, this role was that you took on in your environment as it may have pertained to your career, your finances, right? That wasn't inspiring to you, where you felt, I'm wearing this mask and all this heavy clothing, this uncomfortable costume. It's like, I want to go home, I want to take my clothes off, get in my jammies, and I want to relax. I want to chill, and I want to embark down a path that speaks to my individual creativity, right? Whereby I can actually express my emotions, where I can engage my creativity, my personal creativity, right? To ignite my inner fire, my flame, right? But what's required is to take down, right, the scaffolding, all of that old world that we subsisted in before, that did not speak to our truth, that did not allow this transformation to take place. We have to do away with all of that. We need to surrender to the beginning of this new process, this transformation, right? But you're waiting for something, and you're still waiting for something. You're still waiting for something. Energetically, you're like ready. You're like 10 of Swords in reverse. Whatever the situation was caused you a lot of mental anguish, a lot of strife, right? It's like analysis paralysis. This can even be energy that speaks to discord, right, with other people, different opinions, different parties, just a mess, chaos, like done with it. And like you needing to keep your composure within this kind of chaotic environment, right? Keep a reposed sort of demeanor about you amidst this chaos, in spite of it, right? It's like you cannot actually act in a real, authentic way. And you have been done with that. It's like you losing your temper with it, right? It's almost like I cannot hide the fact that I have this flame that I'm trying to temper so that it doesn't grow wildly out of control and set everything ablaze. But you know what? Maybe that's what needs to happen. Maybe that flame does need to take down everything in its path, so that that path can be cleared and illuminated for you to move forward down it and away from this old world that does not speak to your truth, that does not liberate you, that does not allow you to be who you truly are as a creator. That's big. As a creator. Okay, this is a lot of stagnant energy, a lot of chaotic energy, and it's like this oscillation between needing to be contained and needing to like remain in a situation where it's like all of this blah. It's like you can't be. You have to act, and that's what you're done with. You're done with that, all right? Now, and you've been waiting, and you're still waiting. You're still in this period of pending, hanged man. Like, I know that the day is coming, but I am this bat, and I'm hanging in this cave, and it's night right now, right? It's still night, but my eyes are wide open, bloodshot. I'm waiting for the day to come, right? I am losing my patience. But once that day comes, once this wheel turns, once this change, the environment becomes somehow, my environment somehow changes so that I can make this shift and I can officially do away with whatever this has been for me. I can spread my wings and fly. I can spread my wings and fly and charge forward in such an independent, exhilarating manner that it's like, oh God, it's like oh my gosh, it's like this. All right. You know, like, okay, Barney, right? Barney, the character Barney, the show Barney. I love you, you love me, like that show. Barney has this huge costume on, and he's probably super sweaty, okay? There's a person under there. There's an actual person in that costume who plays that part every single day, right? For every single episode. But all we see is Barney, right? Who's Barney? Well, it's sort of like, well, the core of Barney, it's like that person is an actor, right? And at the end of that show, we don't see it, but backstage, that person, whoever that is, who's acting as Barney, takes off the costume, right? And can be a completely, well, obviously, he's not a dinosaur, right? He's not a purple, green dinosaur. He's a human. And that human, that person, is completely different from who we see on screen. And so it's like that shock factor almost, right? Of like, imagine seeing who the real Barney is. Like, who's that actor underneath that big, heavy costume? And who knows? It could be like some, like, we don't know, right? And it's almost like imagine, right? It's like that person who's acting as Barney leaves the building, the filming building, and you see that person leaving into the alleyway behind the building, and he's just like, you're like, whoa, that's who Barney is, right? And that's what the chariot is like. The chariot is like, oh, like getting all this dead weight off. And like, I don't know why I'm getting this image of like a young man, right? Who is like getting ready to go ride a motorcycle. Like that's what I feel. It's like, oh man, like all day I need to play Barney, okay? And I need to sing these songs, all right? But you know what? At the end of that whole saga, I need to go do something radical. Like I need to do something that completely compensates for whatever that pent up sort of show is for me. And what that is for you, what that release is embarking down a path that speaks to your truth, spiritually driven, right? Guided by your intuition, right? One that liberates your soul, okay? And your soul truth, and that which absolutely regards your creativity, your passion. And this can be associated with an individual. Absolutely. This can be associated with an individual. Almost like whatever this old situation was is what is sort of holding you back from the pursuit of your passion, your drive towards another person, towards a situation, towards a new environment. Literally a new environment. You could be moving, absolutely. And thinking of it, okay? But whatever it is, it's guiding you down a path where you are going to be lit up, right? Lit up. There's a respiration to these energies here, to these cards. But what needs to come down is sort of your place in this old world. Moving from stagnancy and technical stability, it could be financial as well. Absolutely, right? Very financially stable, okay? A position of that, or a vision of that, a desire of that. Purely materially driven, materially viewed sense of stability and groundedness. You're now like, it's not all about that. I don't want this heavy costume with all of these pentacles and all of these, right, belongings and this cast. It's a cast. It's like annoying. Okay, you're annoyed by it. You're like, I want to fly free. Right? I want to rev the engine to that motorcycle and I want to ride off into the sunset. All I need is this light, is this navigation. Right? I don't even need my phone. Forget that. I am being driven by my intuition. That's my guiding light. And that's never wrong. Right? That's never going to lead me astray. That's my driving force. And I just need this one pentacle, right? I don't need all the pentacles in the world that I have accumulated with this sort of position. Capricorn, this is significant, okay? Because this is like you. This is like the typical Capricornian energy, right? You're like reinventing. You're reinventing how you see yourself in the world and how you view stability and groundedness and what you perceive that to be aligned with, right? And now, right, whereas maybe before it was more circumstantial or externalized, it's now fiercely internalized. It's now I feel grounded and stable and content and satisfied and exhilarated because I am. Not because my environment, my controlling environment, permits me to be considered stable and grounded and noble, regal. This is a very noble, regal card, right? But so is the Chariot in his own way, right? In its own way. There's a regality to the Chariot as well in a very different way. So it's sort of like, right? The Chariot doesn't need like 10 pentacles hanging from his chain in order to feel grounded and stable, right, on its path forward. It's almost like an irony, right? It's like I am stable and grounded, but that doesn't mean that I'm shackled down to the ground, right? Like, it doesn't mean that, like, it's almost like too many pentacles, too many accumulations, too many things, too many expectations is inhibitory, right, to freedom. But we think, oh my God, if the more we accumulate, the more money we have, the more responsibility we take on, the more freedom we're going to be able to have. And I feel like you're seeing that that's not true. You're finding that that's not true, and that has only inhibited you from the most authentic expression of your being, of your soul. Okay, and it's sort of like you had to wear that Barney costume for so long. I feel it. And I've always wondered this. I've always thought about this, right? Like, who's under that costume? There's a person in there, and that's your soul. And that's your soul that you're now liberating. Right? And you're like, it's like that really wealthy individual, right? It's like you've heard these stories where they have everything and anything. It could even be a celebrity, right? But it gets to the point where one day they're like, this is not what I'm living for. This, and this, and this, and this, and this. All this stuff is not what I came here with, and it's not what I'm leaving with. It's about what I create by way of myself, my intuition, my light, my vision, and whatever it is that has handicapped that vision for you, right? You're realizing, I need to get out of this environment. I need to get it away from this. I need to transform from it. And I feel that distance is absolutely involved with that. You feel the actual physical need to distance, right, yourself from that in order to, right, re-engage your passion and your drive. And what's interesting is the Seven of Wands and the Tower both speak to earth and fire, right? Wands, technically earth, it's like branches, and the fire, the flame. Similarly, on the Tower card, it's a tree, it's earth, but it's also fire. But the fire is being wielded and used in two very different ways. Right? Fire is destructive here, but in such a way that is then leading to a construction of some sort, a reconstruction, a rekindling of what we do want to be lit up and pursued and right, that we believe is going to guide our way forward through the dark. You're listening to your personal passion and drive. That's what I'm feeling is propelling you down this path. And it absolutely could be, right? It's like you're instead of listening just to what I should do, what people say I should do, what I'm seen as, who I'm seen as. It's like, no, you're taking the perception, the perspective of, what do I feel I want? What do I feel I want to do, to go, to make happen, to make reality. Well, you know what? Whatever that is, I'm going to pursue it. Oops. I'm going to pursue it. Even if it means, right, going at it alone. Even if it means that I'm going to be slightly more naked, right, and vulnerable than I was here, where I was all guarded up, right? It's like, now this is the real me. And I'm letting it shine for the world in some sort of way. I'm presenting myself. I'm opening myself up. It's beautiful. Capricorn, it's really, really beautiful. I'm so happy for you guys. You want that. You've wanted it for a long time, Capricorn. And now is the time, right? But in spite of that, you're still waiting. You're still in the pending period for something, some element to shift, to change, to almost be like the all systems go, where you say, I have the okay, I'm going to charge for it, I'm going to go for it, I'm going to do it. That's it, right? I can finally let it down, let it go, right? And what awaits you, my goodness, Capricorn, my goodness. First of all, is stepping into this sort of energy, right? Of wielding your wand, your fire element, in an enterprising, ardent, passionate way, where you're reinvigorated, really. You're reinvigorated. Your soul is lit up, ignited, like that flame and the beeswax, that analogy that we spoke of in your new moon reading, right? Definitely spoke to this theme. And beyond that, right, once you begin to wield this fire element in a way that's very personal to you, is the sun. You're going to create light by way of your creation in and of itself. That's lovely. Lovely. And that comes after, right? That comes after the surrender, the final doing away with this old world, right? That is associated with this persona or perspective. And inevitably, right? It's going to require a shakeup. It's going to be a change to the way you do things, to your style of life. And a similar energy came out for Virgo, by the way. Okay? But it's gonna shake things up, right? Especially if this is a move, a physical move. Your environment, right, can be shaken up. Absolutely, right? It's like, I used to go there in the morning for breakfast, and then I would get that for lunch, and that was my usual spot. And every day I would drive home, I would take that route, and then I would, right? It's like all of that's going to change. And you're ready for that more dynamic path now. You're ready for that change. You're so ready for that change. You're so ready for that change, Capricorn. But here's the thing. If you're feeling resistance, if whatever this is, right, is some sort of resistance, or you feel like you need to resist this change for some reason because you have to wait for something else to take its place, or something like that, right? Or you have to wait for the wheel to turn, right? Something is not yet fully clear, okay, about the progression of this path in some shape or form. It could even be contractual. Oh, by the way, Scorpio got a similar reading, a very similar reading. You may want to check that out. Yes, you may want to check that out, especially if you have a ascendant, rising, or moon sign in Scorpio. Okay, there's some crossover of energy. Okay, or simply if you have a lot of Scorpio energy in your chart. Okay, nonetheless, if there's some aspect of this transformation that you feel, right, you have to come to terms with, it may regard the over analysis of this change that's going to take place. Because right beneath the eight of wands in reverse, you have the 9 of swords upright. 8, 9. Action, reaction, result, the actuality, the analysis of it, right? The strategy. This is like trying to predict, almost trying to think and plan out, how is this change going to take place in actuality, right? And it can almost be like, oh my God, I don't know, when I make this change, what is it gonna be like? What is it gonna look like? What is it gonna feel like? How is it going to pan out and play out, right? And so you could, in the back of your mind, be working through, right, the practical aspect of this change. And it's almost like, I want to do this, but wait, what if this and what if that, and how is it gonna da-da-da-da? It's the rational mind, right? Air element. So on the one hand, you want to take this very like action-oriented, fiery, passion-driven approach, where you're driven very much by this inner flame, this desire, which I feel you are going to absolutely be driven by. But it's just this energetic residue, so to speak, that you need to move through, right? And what awaits you, Capricorn, is emotional bliss and satisfaction, where you can sit in a state of honesty, emotional vulnerability and honesty within yourself, first and foremost, but also with another, right? Where we can step into a place of compassion and self-love and appreciation for ourselves, right? Like where this is charging right after your desires. Really what it is first is charging after, right, your soul's truth. Right? It's like ditching all this makeup, right? Of who we are. And pursuing us at our core. Like, I'm coming for you now, my soul. I wanna live by way of you, by way of my desires, my inner flame, and my passion. And so, right, it's that feeling of first, aligning within that space of inner compassion, self-love, right? Even having the time to breathe, to enjoy that moment, right? To sit down in the stillness and the quiet of just simply enjoying, of opening, right? Yourself to yourself and to others. Whereas before, maybe, right, this is like kind of like a workaholic, very like mentally engaged, overactive, right, sort of energy, where you may not have even had time to appreciate something like this or tap into this. You now, once this is enacted and moved through, this is what awaits you upright. But this, whatever this resistance is to it, okay, is almost like, it's like a performance anxiety. It's like, I got to think through it like completely before I do it. It's like that, right? But sometimes thinking through it even more, right? Having more thoughts is not necessarily going to make things clearer. If anything, they can make things more skewed in perception, right? So Capricorn, and it's that dichotomy between the intellectualization in our rational mind, in our practicality, right? Our practical view of the matter, practical earth, and that which is driven by our emotions, that which is driven by our intuition. And so, right, it's about realizing our perception, our perspective is what we see. What we see is our desire, is our vision. We create our future, our predicament. We create our dreams and we pursue them, right? So it's like almost like this is like a propensity I'm feeling, like to fall into this overthinking analysis paralysis. Okay, perhaps. It's like, don't fall into that, okay? And it could be associated with this Ten of Swords as well, which is in reverse. So it's almost like, right, you're going to have to do away. It's like the doing away with whatever this old propensity is, all of the situation, right? Committing to the transformation. What awaits you is emotional bliss, emotional harmony, being able to unite, right? Unite in a more emotionally vulnerable space. And creative abundance, it could be a partnership. Creative abundance by way of opening yourself up emotionally to yourself and others is almost guaranteed, right? Is like awaiting you at the finish line. It's like these eggs of this mother of wands, this snake, they're waiting to hatch, right? But this needs to happen first, before, right, this impregnation, so to speak, can be set into motion. Okay, so there's a certain coming together that needs to happen, and I'm feeling that this can play out in different ways for different people, absolutely, all right? And with all of that, right, the Ten of Cups, it's like, that's one really, right, this individual, this Father of Pentacles, can finally go home after how many years this has been of going on like this, how many days, how many weeks, how many months, right? However long it's been, can finally go home and just be true and let it all out. Let it all out. All of this pent up repressed energy and emotions and truth, the colors of their being, right, can actually be released towards, right, a creative pursuit. Absolutely. And that journey inherently is mysterious, but enchanting all the same. Okay. And so I will say this, right, the Ten of Cups, I'm feeling is connected to this Nine of Cups and this Five of Wands. Five of Wands in reverse yet again, right? And so there's this surmounting of emotions, right? That you have invested, almost like covertly, right? It's an undercurrent of emotional investment in this new beginning that you want to make happen. It's almost like That's what is driving and propelling you, charging this lightning bolt that's going to take this tower down, right? Is this emotional investment that you have. It's almost like you're putting all your emotions into this one moment, this glorified moment where you can charge by way of the moon, by way of your intuition, by way of your soul's truth, right? And beneath the 10 of Cups, we have the moon, right? You have the moon. It is daring, it is enchanting, it's mysterious, right? But you are being guided and driven towards it. And you feel, right, that it's going to bring you absolute emotional satisfaction. You want to release all your emotions. I'm feeling even like a confessional of some sort. You want to lay it all on the table. And it's an emotional investment. It's an emotional investment. You want this new beginning. You've been looking towards it. Your heart and your soul has been desiring it. But the creative direction and the creative action, right? Taking one of these wands and lighting it up, officially lighting it up, is impending. That period, that stage and step of finality, setting the wheels in motion officially, right? Taking the lighter and lighting this one wand is pending. Right? It's right next to the Wheel of Fortune, which is also, yes, impending and not yet fully, something is not yet fully kind of clearing the path forward for you. Okay? So it's almost like emotionally, I'm so ready for this. I just need this one last cup. I'm going to have the 10 of Cups and I'm going to express everything and it's going to be all clear. And there's going to be this release. And I'm going to be done with this. Hangman upright. Wheel upright. I'm going to decide which creative direction I want to take exactly with this. I'm going to take my one wand that I want to take. And I'm going to charge forward off into the sunset. Right? Me, myself, and I. Strong within myself, so that I can enter, right, the world in such a way that allows me to, be more real, right? More real with myself and therefore with others. I want to be real with others, but that requires me to be real with myself first. And so this journey that you're taking, it seems you're taking a journey in some way, is the journey towards yourself, right? And others, or someone else at the same time, right? It's almost like you feel by way of charging towards this new place, this new situation, this new environment, this person, this predicament, really means, right, and is synonymous with me pursuing myself, my true self, my truth, my home, my real home. Beautiful. But you're waiting for something, Capricorn, all right? You're waiting for something. So write it out. Write it out. And whatever it is that you may be resisting in relation to this shift, right? Meditate on that. Okay, clarify, get really clear on that. Whatever it is that you need to, the old ways that are still attached to this old world, what needs to be taken down in order to fully, officially take that tower down, right? But I'm feeling that it's a matter of circumstance for some of you, and it absolutely can be contractual. Something is holding you back still, officially, to this old situation. But I'm feeling, Capricorn, that once that one factor is illuminated and clarified and clear, and it's like all systems go, you have the okay in some kind of way, you're going to have no problem charging off along this new path, right? In your highest light. Okay. Thank you so much again, Capricorn. I hope this reading was helpful for you guys in some way or another. And I highly recommend you guys to check out your ascendant, rising, or moon sign, as oftentimes those will provide you with further insights as to your situation. I know that I resonate a lot with my moon. So Definitely doesn't hurt to check it out. If you don't know your signs, you can click the link below in the description box that I provide, and that should compute your signs for you. If you would like to know more about your energetic composition beyond, right, just your sun sign, elementally, how are you composed? Are you more of a fire person? Are you more of an air person, earth, right? Because it goes so far beyond just our sun sign. It really, the blueprint, right, of our birth chart speaks volumes to the intricate interweaving of energy, right, that comprises us as unique beings, each and every one of us, right? All Capricorns aren't going to be all the same, right? So if you're interested in that, I have a service. It's called Finding Your Soul's Gold. And that's on my website, alchemyandyou.com. And so I'll take a look at your birth chart. I'll disseminate, right, all the factors in within that sort of energetic blueprint of your being that speaks to what is my soul calling, right? What areas of life do I naturally have a propensity to express myself in, right? What is conducive? What hidden talents and gifts do I harbor, right, inside of myself? And what is the most conducive path towards embarking upon that, right, journey that speaks to my soul in a very real way? So if that is of interest for you guys, I have the link below in the description box. You can click that and check it out. Otherwise, I also provide personal readings. I know some of you guys have been asking about that, so I thought I would mention it. I do. You can also click the link below in the description box for that service if you so please. Let's see, any other announcements? Yes, I will be coming out with your first quarter moon reading soon, actually, in a few days. So stay tuned for that. It should be kind of interesting to see how these energies culminate. It seems that you're right on the brink. You're like right on the edge of this just absolute transformation, Capricorn. So exciting, so exhilarating. I can't wait to read for you guys in first quarter moon. So stay tuned for that. For blah, blah, blah. Few more days. Can't wait for it. We'll see how everything transpires. All right? Have a beautiful March, Capricorn. Enjoy it. Love and light to you all on this journey ahead. It seems to be an absolutely exciting one for you. All right? Bye.